welcome back to You've Got Questions with Mel and Tarin. I'm Tarin from RBC.
And I'm Mel with Remax.
And each session we're going to ask each other a question that we often hear from our clients regarding mortgage and regarding real estate. So the first question for real estate that I have for you today, Mel, is what do you want buyers, potential clients to be prepared before they set up a meeting with you?
Okay, so before they set up a meeting with us and before the home search process, I would tell them, go see Tarin, get your financing, get a mortgage qualification pre-approval. Then once you have that done, then you know how much money is in your pocket to go shopping with, because it's nice to window shop, and if you fall in love with a house and then you come back and we do your financing and find out that you fall short, it's kind of devastating. So we would set you up with Tarin to get your financing in order. Then we would start shopping, and I would throw you on our search system. So you would get listings from the MLS, from Realtor.ca, automatically emailed to you. You don't have to search it every day and keep looking. I would put you in with all your criteria, your price, your location, number of bedrooms, baths, that sort of thing. And so anything that gets listed on the market automatically gets sent to you. Even right now, while Tarin and I are doing this video, my search criteria could be sending new listings out to my buyers. I also keep an eye out on the market as well, and I talk to other professionals and real estate agents and mortgage specialists in case they know of anything that might be coming up. And then it's my obligation to you as my buyer to let you know about that. And if it works for you, we go and take a look at the house, and if it's the one, then that's when we do the offer process.
Awesome. Thanks, Mel.
Hey Tarin, one of the questions I get asked a lot from clients is they talk about a TDS and a GDS when they're applying for a mortgage. What do those mean, and do you need them? How does it work?
That's a great question. So the TDS and GDS are part of your debt servicing. So TDS, total debt servicing. GDS is your gross debt servicing. Those are numbers that the bank is looking at in terms of what you can comfortably qualify for. So we're looking at your income versus your debts. So TDS is your total debt servicing, meaning we're looking at all of your credit cards, your lines of credit, your loans, all of that.
You're looking at what's coming in and then what's going out,
Exactly.
And then what you've got left over.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we're looking at the monthly income versus the monthly payments that are being made for all sources such as the credit cards, lines of credit, loans, all of those things that we would find on your credit bureau. And we want to look at that number being the total debt servicing, which would be generally less than 42% is where they want to see that. Okay. There are some exceptions to that, but generally speaking, that's where we're wanting it below that number. And then your gross debt servicing is the same calculation of the income versus just your mortgage, your property taxes, and your heating costs. Okay, and so we pull those heating costs based on the size of the home. So that is going to vary from home to home, as you know, so will property taxes.
So not all utilities, just heating costs.
Correct.
Okay.
Versus the total debt servicing, which would be all of your monthly payments, so and the mortgage and property taxes and heating. So generally we want that gross debt servicing to be under 39%. Okay, total debt servicing under 42. And essentially that's where we're looking at what you're qualifying for. And so that's why sometimes people with different incomes or with the same income, could qualify for different amounts.
Right.
You might have the exact same income as me, but we might qualify for different amounts, but maybe you have a large vehicle loan, or maybe you're buying the same home, but your property taxes are double depending on where you are. So those things all play a factor in that debt servicing. And those ratios are really there just to make sure that it's affordable and that you can still, afford to live outside of just the home and not be house poor.
So if I was to qualify, I was under the 39 and the 42. You qualified me and I was good to go. And then I went out and financed a brand new vehicle, or I was buying a house, so I went shopping and started to buy appliances on credit. Is that going to change anything for me?
Absolutely. So any changes during the pre-approval process to your income or to your debts will make a change in that ratio. So we know that credit cards and things like that can fluctuate, and oftentimes we're looking at what you have there for those limits to make sure that we're taking everything into account. However, if you did go out and buy a new vehicle or something like that, we absolutely want to make sure we're rerunning those numbers. One thing that is important to mention is that with RBC, we have firm approval. So when we do approve a client, once they've purchased the home and I've said to you, Mel, they're good, they can waive their financing, we do not repull those bureaus before closing. So I
Okay.
know a lot of times the advice from realtors is don't go out and, buy things on the credit card before closing. Still good advice. Obviously, we don't want clients, going too crazy before they're about to get into a new home. However, I don't want clients, moving into a home and not having a refrigerator or a freezer or anything for, a week because they're afraid to use their credit card. So with RBC's firm approval, they actually can go out once they have that firm approval. And if they need to buy appliances or something like that, they're able to do that. But during the pre-approval stage, before we've actually done a firm financing agreement and they've purchased a home, we absolutely want to be aware if there's any changes to that credit.
Excellent. Thank you.